everybody. Thank you so much for joining us today. Today we're going to be talking a little bit about the Greece retreat that Krista Shirley, director and owner of the Yogashala, will be hosting this summer. So we just want to make sure that you have all the information in case you want to get away into a beautiful location and do yoga and learn more and deepen your practice. So thank you so much for watching.
Hey guys. So for those of you who know at all, last year we took a huge sold out group to Amorgos Island in Greece. And it's probably the most quaint and remote island in all of the Greek Isles, and it was absolutely gorgeous. Today, Cami kind of wants me to talk a little bit about what you'll be doing with me during the week. It's going to be June 17th through the 23rd. I do want to say that spaces are getting more limited. We have 5 rooms left to sell, whether that's doubles or sold as singles. So if you really are interested, please definitely direct message us and let us know, because I'd love for you to come. It's such a beautiful experience. So every day we're going to start with practice, and I'm reserving the same room that we got last year. So in this particular retreat center, there are actually 4 yoga spaces, and I think that we get the best one, and I've been able to secure that space. So literally you'll come in the morning and all you can see is ocean and mountains. You can watch the sun rising. If you look down below, you'll be able to see the gorgeous pool. And we did all the practices last year with it completely open, so you can actually hear the ocean breeze, the ocean. So anyway, each morning we'll start with Mysore practice, and every day is going to be a little bit different, but we will have different sessions in the afternoons. We're going to do some asana study. We're going to probably break down some of the basic things that we really like to always look at: grounding down through your feet, oppositions of force. We'll look at a very specific focus point this year on deep back bending, working towards second series, just advanced practice. Also address different issues with injuries or limitations, because we all have some of those to kind of work with or work around. Chanting, pranayama, some meditation, some journaling, all the things that I love so much. We'll be talking about. We'll spend the week looking at all of that stuff, and you'll have plenty of free time, but we'll also be doing some excursions. Ooh. Yes. So the excursions are really fun. We'll get to do a day tour of the village.
Can I ask you real quick? Yeah. So you do your Mysore practice, then you do kind of like a workshop afterwards.
Well, the way it will probably work, will typically work, so we're still working on the schedule in terms of exact times for things, but we'll do practice in the morning and then we have breakfast. And their breakfast is ridiculous. The food at this retreat center is to die for. So we'll have practice, then you'll have breakfast, tea, coffee. You can, eat as much as you want. I do not too much, because most of the days that we're doing our workshop sessions will probably fall pretty soon after breakfast. We'll do our workshop sessions, and then the days that we have excursions, we'll go on and have our excursions.
Awesome. Yeah, because I was just curious where those lie. So you have the rest of the day to play.
So every day is going to be different. Okay. There will be specifically one day I know that you're going to have asana practice, breakfast, workshop, lunch, and then we're going to go on excursion, so you don't really have any time free. But then there are going to be days where you pretty much have the whole day free. I'm going to make sure it is going to be a beautiful balance of work and play, learn and relax, eat, sleep, be merry, enjoy. It is going to be very laid back though. This is your vacation. So think about this as a vacation where you don't have to think about anything, where literally your food is taken care of, your accommodations are taken care of, your yoga is taken care of. And the way I like to look at my retreats is literally a vacation that is taken care of for you, but you get to practice with people, and you don't have to think about rolling out your mat by yourself when you're on vacation, which many people don't do when they're on vacation. We are going to go deep into the practice of yoga, but you can do as much or as little as you want. I mean, literally this year, I know coming up, we have at least one person, a husband that's joining a wife that doesn't even do yoga. And actually, I think that somebody else is coming along with their daughter that doesn't do yoga. So whether you want to take advantage of doing all the workshops and the excursions and the yoga practices, or maybe you just come and do Mysore and that's it. Everything's built in for you, so you do as much or as little as you want. The only thing I require is that if you are coming to practice, that you show up to Mysore every day.
That's awesome. Okay, so what was your favorite part of last year's? Or maybe your students' favorite part of last year's, because we have some repeat students that are coming back because they love this location so much.
So much, yeah. And every retreat is different. Greece is actually the first retreat that I've done in a long time, not the first one only, but that hasn't been like this crazy adventure retreat where we're like on a train or a bus or a plane or a car every other day. We are literally going to you'll fly into Athens or Santorini, and then you're going to take a ferry over to Amorgos, and then we'll be in Amorgos Island at one retreat center all week. This is different from most of my retreats in that you're not going to be moving around all the time. So it's going to be really laid back and relaxed. And yes, in fact, we have repeat students that are coming back again because they loved it so much. I will say a few of my students loved, when we did the village tour one day, we had, there is a gentleman who owns his own essential oils distillery there. So he literally goes and acquires flowers and herbs and roots and bushes and rinds and resins, and he has a full-fledged distillery. So we got to actually have a tour of the distillery. We got to sample some of the oils. We went into a shop, and I went kind of nuts because some of you know how much I'm into essential oils, and Young Living is so pure. The quality is amazing. And this little tiny distillery in Amorgos Island that I think has a maximum of 15,000 people living there, it was crazy. So I know that was a favorite for many people. And I will personally say, I mean, that was definitely amazing for me. But there were 2 monasteries that we got to go visit in one of the excursions that we did. And I was so profoundly touched by those monastery visits that I took my son back separately one day when we had an off day. Literally just paid for us to go by ourselves to spend time in those 2 monasteries. And that, to me, I can't wait to get back there. It was like, I truly felt like I was sitting with God, and it was beautiful. So there are many beautiful things, but I will also say that sometimes when we had the free time and some of the students went down to the ocean, some of our dinners as a group were phenomenal. The practices that I've been many places in this world, and that was the most gorgeous practice space I've ever practiced in. So,
which is why you're doing it again.
I have a lot of reasons I want to go back.
She's gonna cry, guys. Okay. Well, DM us if you have any other questions. We're probably going to go live a little bit more about it. It's coming up in June.
Yeah, and let us know if you have, message me. Let me know what specific questions you have. Are you thinking about coming? You know, just a quick plug. I'm also doing Spain July 2nd through 10th of this coming up year. So there are 2 options for international retreats. The Spain retreat is going to be more akin to the kinds of retreats that I typically do, which is like adventure, where we get up early in the morning, we do our practice, that's there for you, and then we go hard. We go and we explore as much as we can. We're traveling, we're seeing different cities and things like that. We're staying in different types of environments. So if you're interested in either of these retreats, definitely send us messages. Let us know what you want me to talk about when I go live.
Krista is a pro at traveling, so she can make it easy as possible for you so that you can just make it nice and seamless for yourself as well. We want you to be taken care of. We want it to be easy and for you to just focus on your vacation. And that's what Krista's really good at, as well as many other things, including yoga, which is why we're doing that. Thank you so much for watching and for your time. We hope to hear from you, and maybe we get to practice with you in the future.
Have a great day.